everyone, and welcome to Coffee Chat. Today we're talking to local musician and mental health advocate Jeff Desender about an upcoming event called the Sober Social. So first of all, explain to me what that is.
The Sober Social is it's basically a non-alcoholic event that focuses solely on being able to have fun while maintaining sobriety throughout most situations.
So what sort of things are going to be there for entertainment for the event?
There'll be live performances that are there, including two of Neepawa's local artists. Then there's also going to be kind of a mixed band, because some members are from here, some are from Rrain and stuff. So there is going to be a lot of local faces of the musicians that you're going to see there. Then there's going to be we're going to have information on all kind of crisis units and supports and stuff like that are going to be there. So you'll see different informative stuff from Prairie Mountain Health, Westman Wellness, suicide prevention, kind of along that line. And then there's sponsor-created mocktails. So the people that are gold sponsors, they got to run little contests for their staff.
Okay.
And create a mocktail that somewhat advertises and uses their colors.
Okay.
To be sold at this event. And all these proceeds, they go actually to a local mental health initiative here in Neepawa.
Oh, that's fantastic. So the date of this is June the 9th?
June 9th at ArtsForward, Neepawa's multicultural center.
Yeah.
And it starts at 6 p.m. So you can buy tickets right at the door.
Okay.
And then if you want to support it but aren't able to make it, we do have support tickets available too. They're the same price as the $5 admission ticket.
Yeah.
The only thing is when you get to the door, the support ticket doesn't get you through the door.
Yeah. Just like any Manitoba Social.
Basically.
A lot of time you buy a ticket, you're not planning to go, you just want to help out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And so talk to me then a bit about the importance of having an event like this.
It's something that Neepawa doesn't have a lot of. We do have AFM, we have a lot of the supports and everything in place for this type of thing, but to raise awareness that goes all ages is very rare. So importance of an event like this, and what my mindset goes to, is to mostly focus on the youth, because a lot of your addictions or mental health related all stems around once you're developing. You hit that certain point of time in your life as you start developing into a man or a woman, that's when all these things start to surface more based on your environment and your friend group and all these other variables throughout your life as you're growing up. So then it's designed for if there's youth going through something today, they can be there. They can enjoy the entertainment. It's calm, it's cool, it's relaxed. It's meant to literally be like a wedding social. Just no alcohol, and a whack ton of information for you to get for whatever may ail you.
Right. So having it be the Sober Social doesn't just benefit people with addiction issues, but also the youth who it makes it more accessible to people who couldn't, go to an event where alcohol is served.
Well, exactly. Yeah. And it allows for, because, one of the biggest and leading causes most people don't seek assistance is because they're afraid of what everyone else is going to think. This allows for that. You're in that kind of environment where everyone that's there supports exactly what we're doing. So at that particular point, you're not judged, you're not anything, because a lot of people in that room at one point in time had to do exactly what you're about to do by grabbing that informational pamphlet.
And if you want to come for the music, right?
Well, exactly. Yeah, you don't have to go to get any information at all. You can peruse it, take it for your own leisure, for at home or whatever.
For
if you
friends,
know a friend
family,
or something, or just come and enjoy the music and the mocktails and the community involvement that's in this event absolutely blew me away. Yeah. The minute that I pitched this idea to my team that stands behind me, and we ran with it, and we threw out sponsorship letters, I was absolutely and I'm not a crier, but I was almost in tears on how much the community stood behind me on this event.
That's fantastic.
Wanted to push forward and would do everything in their power to assist with this, including they wanted to sponsor and provide volunteers as well. And they want to push to the ends of the earth, just like we do, to get all these messages out and let people know what's available here.
Yeah, I think mental health has certainly been at the forefront of conversations, everywhere, but in Nipawin specifically, the last 6 months, the last year. Not just around addiction issues, but just in general, getting people to be more open about talking about mental health.
Well, exactly. And this event, you don't exactly have to talk about it.
Yeah.
But you can find information that may help you cope with it.
Yeah.
Right? We have a rep coming from Westman Wellness and Suicide Prevention.
Mm-hmm.
Her story's hers to tell on how it was founded. So I'll save that for the interview you're probably going to do with her there.
I'll be there.
So at that point, I'll save that story. But it is kind of a tearjerker of a story on how that was created and why that exists to begin with. Mm-hmm. She's going to be there, and I think she's kind of like me, where she's lived it. She's dealt with these things in both times where it was a good thing to talk about it.
Yeah.
Or it was a no, brush that off. That doesn't exist type of time frame too, right? So
yeah.
So it makes it, they're a little more approachable.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they've lived that. And a lot of these organizations that are going to be there, they are all derived. There's a specific reason that they're there to begin with. They've went through something in their life and they've turned it around to be, well, I'm going to support others in a way I couldn't support myself.
I think a lot of households today still are very much, we don't talk about that here. Yeah. And I know one of the things that I'm not sure if it's been confirmed, it's not happening or whatever, but that you and I have talked about is, mental health and agriculture for farmers. Yeah. Where it's very much not a talked about thing.
No, and they need it just as much as everybody else. But I mean, I grew up with older farmers and that type of mentality. Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those where I get it, right? Like, you don't want to discuss that stuff. Your main fundamental is you want to look after your farm, you want to look after your wife, you want to look after your home and your family. That is your main core fundamental, right? But it's one of those, there is farmers out there that are part of Manitoba Farmers Wellness that they show you can do all of it. And the better you look after yourself, the better you actually can look after everybody else. That means the world to you, right? And it's not 110% confirmed that they're even going to be there.
But they do exist.
Like, but they do exist. They are around. There will be, if they can't get me information, I will have like a blurb that I type up too, because I strongly think that is a huge thing. Farmers deserve just as much as everyone else in society, right? Yeah. Because I mean, a lot of the time, how do you eat? Where's it come from?
Yeah, absolutely.
End, right? So it's very much that. We're trying to diversify a little bit with it too. Like, we want volunteers that are, new to Nipawin, that have dealt with like Nipawin immigration services, settlement services, stuff like that. We want them to be a part of this event, right? So we do have a call out for volunteers through Nipawin immigration and settlement services to try to showcase, like, it's there for everybody.
Right.
Right? There's no segregation. There's no nothing here. It is full and open.
And certainly in conversations that I've had within the newcomer community, within settlement, issues of loneliness and homesickness are very prevalent in that community. And that's certainly a mental health issue as well.
Well, exactly. And this way they can come out, they can meet new people, maybe even new friends. Yeah. Maybe they come to the event and they meet someone they hang out with every Saturday.
Fundamentally, this is a fun event. This is a social.
Exactly. And that's what it's supposed to be.
We're talking about all the information available, but fundamentally, there are bands playing. There's going to be music. There's going to be mocktails. There's going to be, talking, dancing, whatever it goes on.
Hopefully there's dancing.
Yeah, there's space for it.
We're leaving space open to get out there and dance, right? You can't just leave me on the dance floor acting all crazy after a performance, and I'm dancing by myself out there, right?
Can't leave you dancing by yourself.
No, can't leave me dancing by myself.
So what is then the benefit of having this sort of a hybrid event, of having this fun, this social event, combined with having this information available?
I think the biggest benefit of all of it is kind of like you had said, where you can come for just the music, but ultimately you come for just the music. Most people are very curious. They're gonna look. Yeah. Right? So in the end, come for the music. Come for a mocktail. Come hang out with your buddy. Come
with a friend.
That was recently, just went through rehab, or he's been sober for several years, whatever, just to hang out and have that time to go out and hang out. Because let's face it, once we get married, have kids, there's not a lot of time for that with your buddies anymore, right? So when you get the chance, you take it.
Yeah.
So then having this information out, the benefit is that you're going to walk past it at some point, you're going to get curious at some point, you're going to look at it, and then I can go to bed after cleaning up from that night knowing that I've done everything in my power for people in Nipawin and the area to know what is available to them if they ever need assistance.
And this is sort of your newest event, but this is certainly not your first mental health oriented event that you've held in Nipawin.
No, we've, on the initiative side, we've done workshops and stuff that actually were hosted by me and kind of discusses my story and kind of my travels through mental health and stuff that you were there for, and different things I've come across through, you know, having been through rehab and doing a lot of research and stuff like that through different treatment methods and everything like that. So those workshops are designed around those. And then I also have, well, the one talk show with NACTV that talks to artists and what kind of drives them in the sense how it's pertaining to mental health.
Yeah.
And then I also have a talk show called Beyond the Mask that I discuss with industry professionals, artists, and people of all walks of life through this show as well. So then this is not my first rodeo when it comes to mental health.
No, absolutely not. And I imagine that you're sort of imagining into the future now as well, beyond this event and what might be going on.
We're hoping if this event is successful, the team and I talked today, and our plan is if it's successful, we're going to do one every year until it is no longer successful, and it'll be a different organization that money is raised for every single year, and it'll be local to the community that we are hosting it in.
Do we know what organization it's going towards this year?
This year, we want it to go to Miles for Mental Health.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're aiming. Now we've talked to Diane Martin, that's the head person for. That's where our donation's going to go for this event. Then next year, who knows?
Yeah.
It could be the Men's Shed. It could be one of the countless organizations that are out here, right?
Because there certainly are several organizations
there is.
that approach mental health from in different ways.
Exactly, and all that stuff's going to be there. So we're hoping it's a good turnout. I know everybody we've talked to is absolutely excited for this event to be coming because it's the first of its kind Nipawin's had.
Well, right, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how Nipawin takes to a different approach of trying something mental health orientated.
Yeah. So once again, it is on June 9th, 6 p.m. ArtsForward.
Yep.
Come on out, enjoy yourselves. Anything else you'd like us to know about it? Or about your initiatives in general?
Our initiative, you can find us Facebook or Instagram. It's Light the Flame for Mental Health initiative. You'll see that we do a lot with schools and workshops, stuff like that. I am very, very muchly involved when it comes to youth. It comes to the youth side of mental health and especially addictions with my story. If you haven't seen my story, you can actually go and watch it because WCG TV did a kind of documentary on me and what started the initiative to begin with.
Great. And if any other sponsors want to come forward or people want to get involved in this mocktail design sponsorship, how do they get in touch?
They can either contact me by cell phone, 841-2130, area code 204.
Okay.
Or they can email us directly at frozenfirestudios@outlook.com.
Okay. And you said tickets are available at the door. Are they also available in advance?
Support tickets are going to be made available through ArtsForward. ArtsForward is going to hold the support tickets.
Okay.
And they can be picked up there. I will have some as well personally, so if you'd like to meet me, learn a little more about the event, and buy a few support tickets or decide if you're going to buy admission, at that point, you can also give me a call or an email at the exact same number and email address.
Great. Thank you so much for coming to join me today. Sounds like a really fun event. I can't wait to be there and see how it turns out.
No, that'll be great.
And thank all of you for joining us today.